Hi, welcome to Magical Message Mondays in our Women Who Dare to Lead group. This is the first Monday that I've been called to create a video instead of typically I've been pulling a card in my morning meditation, and today I was nudged by Spirit to get on here and create a video and maybe share a little bit more about what's in my heart. And that's apropos, I think, because just creating this Facebook group called Women Who Dare to Lead, a heart-centered leadership collective, I'm often pondering, what does it really mean to lead from the heart, and I'd love to hear from any of you too. Please comment in the comments below. I actually was going to go live today and do this, but I had some technical difficulties with Facebook. They wanted my browser to be updated and it just wasn't working out. So I jumped on here to make a video, but I wanted to also, start this discussion with all of you of what does heart-centered leadership really mean, right? I mean, we know it means getting in. Well, I can tell you what I think it means, and what I notice in working with my clients and listening to different teachers and trainings that I've had. Heart-centered leadership is about deeply connecting with our own hearts and distinguishing, that sort of fear-based survival mechanism part of us that often is there trying to protect us and keep us stuck or playing small or living in lack and doubt and what have you. So this idea that if we can connect more deeply to our hearts, what does that mean about our leadership, right? What does it mean to lead from that place? And I truly believe that what is needed in the world today is as many women as possible leading their lives, leading their families, leading their businesses, leading in their work, from this truly connected, heart-centered place, from this divine love beauty that we all are within. And I think I was especially called to talk about this today because, my goodness, what has been going on this year so far with the COVID-19 situation and all of the uncertainty and intensity and fear and change that we've been undergoing because of that. And then now this civil unrest and this recent injustice, racial injustice that we are witnessing. And it's just so intense right now on so many levels. And in that, there's a lot of intense and negative and sort of dark stuff that we're seeing and experiencing and feeling. And so I just have been thinking about, what does it mean to really show up during this time and to continue on our leadership journeys truly connected and centered in our hearts and from our hearts. So I'm going to go ahead and draw a card from my deck right now for all of you, tuning in to Spirit, calling on my guides and calling on the universal source of all that is to give me some wisdom. Please tell me what it is that I and the other beautiful women who dare to lead in this group, what do we need to focus on this week? What wisdom would support us in order to stay connected to our hearts and to lead from that place? So that's what I'm asking Spirit for today, is what do we need to focus on? What is the message that will support us in feeling everything that we need to feel, whether it's anger, fear, doubt, sadness, grief, to feel it all and to also stay connected to our hearts and to shine our lights into the world, and to lead from that truly connected place. Please tell me. So the card that I just drew is Spiritual Partnership. And I'm going to read to you ladies what, I love this deck, by the way, Michelle Buchanan. I have shared her information before. It is a numerology deck. So this card number is 27, Spiritual Partnership. So this card indicates a time when a significant spiritual relationship is about to be forged. Perhaps it comes in the form of a friendship between like-minded souls on a similar journey toward enlightenment. Or maybe it's a master-disciple relationship where an important individual enters your life. The saying goes, when the student is ready, the teacher will appear. And when yours arrives, he or she will assist you in expanding your spiritual growth. During the course of this relationship, you will play the role of both teacher and student, and the wisdom gained from this experience will enhance your connection to Source. Perhaps a spiritually minded person will broaden your understanding of the divine. Maybe you become a catalyst in another person's spiritual journey and help that individual on his or her path. Regardless of the form of this spiritual relationship, or regardless of the form the relationship takes, it will serve your greater good. So in order to improve your current situation, you're being asked to adjust to and harmonize with the natural rhythm and cycles of your life, cycles that are leading you toward a significant spiritual relationship. So pay attention to the speakers, teachers, and authors whose teachings you respect. Be on the lookout for people on a journey similar to your own. Embrace the opportunity to enhance your spiritual growth. And the affirmation is, through a sacred spiritual relationship, I deepen my connection to Source. Wow, that is so beautiful. And what is speaking to me about that is even just this idea of having a spiritual partnership with our own hearts. I'd like to invite everyone to consider that yes, there are many teachers. Teachers come in so many forms. But what's coming to me right now is that our own hearts are our teachers. And maybe it was speaking to this idea of connecting with our hearts and listening to our hearts, tuning in, using different tools to tune in and get these messages from our hearts that, can teach us so much. And so that's my invitation. That's my message this week. Thank you, guides and Spirit, for sending me this message. And here I am, I often wonder when I'm going to do something like this, like, oh my gosh, am I the one who should be doing this? Am I qualified to be doing this? But I think one of the things that's happening in the world today, and in light of, all of the intense stuff that's going on, is that we're all qualified, right? We are all leaders. And it doesn't matter how big or how small, we're leading, if we're just leading our own lives or our families, or it's much bigger in our work or in our communities, we are all leaders. And I believe that Spirit is not just calling on the qualified. Spirit is qualifying the called. So if you are called to lead in whatever capacity and to share what's in your heart, please do. The world needs what you have to offer. We all need to be out there shining our light, shining out into the world what's in our hearts, from the most peaceful and loving way that we can. I truly believe that's part of the solution to what's happening in the world today. And so please join me. And I'd love any of your feedback, any of your takeaways from what I'm talking about today, and from this message of spiritual partnership. What does that mean for you? Please do share. May we all be guided to be with those we are meant to be with, and doing what we are meant to do, being who we are meant to be. And may the work that we are all doing have a positive impact on all beings everywhere without exception. So with that, I'm going to say goodbye. This has been a bit of a long video. I love you all. Thank you so much for listening. Have a beautiful day.